guys. How are you? It's Katie. How did everyone get through their day of not going anywhere ever again? Pretty good, huh? Yay! It was kind of weird today here in Minnesota. It was kind of snowy. There was like big flakes, and then the snow didn't stay down, then it turned to rain. Welcome to March in the tundra. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so happy to see you. Okay, so as promised, I will continue to deliver you content related to the teen ladies, of the moms of the shows on the MTVs. And I was noticing this actually came from one of my subscribers who was said, did you see this? And I have been kind of back and forth here going like, oh yeah, I sort of pay attention. I don't. But remember last spring when everything sort of went sideways with Janelle, and every time she did something, there was like people contacting different sponsors and like letting them know about like what happened with David and Nugget. He's at the Rainbow Bridge. And I was wondering, when she left him and they like split for that 2 seconds, and she thought that maybe she would still be able to like work. Because at the time there was all of these rumors going around that the money was kind of like drying up and that she needed like some cash flow coming because her primary source of income had always been Teen Mom. According to rec court documents for a case between David and his ex-girlfriend, Janelle was making like $440,000 a year on the show. And when she lost that, like that was their primary source of income. There was no amount of sponsorship she was making that would have competed with that amount of income. So every time she took one, like the people were contacting and being like, don't work with him, don't work with her, don't work with her. And then she left David and things seemed to kind of chill out and people were trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Well, since she's been back with David, now everyone is back to reporting pretty much everything that she's doing. And she recently lost one where she was, remember that video she did where she was talking about a hair dryer? It was like a round brush that has the hair, like a blow dryer inside of the round brush. And she was like, I love to use this brush to comb my hair thing. Yeah. Well, she lost that endorsement like right away. People started reporting her. And then you remember how when Kale announced that she was expecting her fourth child, she did it with a paid advertisement with Peanut, which is apparently like some online community, probably trying to be like Baby Center maybe. Well, apparently Janelle got an endorsement with this company. Why? I don't know, because she's not, I don't know if it's like whatever. But anyways, the Hatter banter, which is, the Hatters on the Twitters, these people are enthusiastic about Janelle, shared this clip of what she posted on Instagram, and this was like around March 9th. And what it said was, it is such a sentimental photo. So here's the photo she shared. It was her after she had Ensley. And it says, this is such a sentimental photo to me. It was taken when Ensley was born. Becoming a mother was really overwhelming for me. There are so many emotions going through my head. Will I be a good mom? How will I do this? I was so scared and nervous. I knew I needed support from moms, but didn't know where to turn to. If you can relate to this, you should join Peanut. It's a great app for women to connect, great advice, and find support. And the app introduces you to women in your neighborhood based on the things that you have in common, interests, mutual friends, and age and gender in your children. You can chat, join groups, and ask questions to a community of women who understand. Being able to now get advice from women going through the same experience has really helped me. Those challenging days can be lonely if you're a mom-to-be, or trying to conceive. Please give Peanut a try at Peanut app. Why would she be worried with her third pregnancy if she's going to be a good mother? I thought like after you have so many kids, like all of that stuff just sort of like goes away. I don't know. I only had one, but all of my friends that have 3 kids, they always have this joke about the third kid. Like after the first kid, you're like super like worried about everything. Then the second kid, you kind of ease up. And then the third kid is like basically eating off the floor. Like that's always the joke. So I don't understand what she means, like why she would have been nervous when Ensley came along. I don't know. Anyways, I don't buy that she actually uses this product. I don't buy that she engages on this on this product because she's a teen mom, and like people would be like posting all of her content if she even posted like a message there. You know she's not using this app, which is why this post she makes by Ensley is completely disingenuous, but whatever. Anyways, apparently then this account reaches out to Peanut and says, "Are you kidding me? You let Janelle Evans promote you using her motherhood. She has no custody of her firstborn. She has had several stuff, blah, blah, blah." So they point out how Ensley was born with some stuff in her body, how she lost custody of Jace, some stuff with, related to David. And so basically just saying, yeah, she's not a good role model for moms. And Peanut responded by removing the ad, deleting it, and asking Janelle to delete the ad as well. And what I think is funny is that at this point in time, you know how when you're going through something and you've been canceled? Well, like sometimes canceling is like minor, right? Like people make up stuff and they're like, you're canceled. But in this case, like I feel like no matter what she does, the Hatters and the other like very enthusiastic fans of Teen Mom that are not fans of Janelle are not going to be very kind to anything that she does, are not going to be giving her any more second chances. I think people they're at a place now where they're just like, you said you were going to change. You didn't change. You haven't gone back. You went back to put your kids back in the exact same situation, which you told us only a few months ago was not a good place for you. Now you're lying and saying that the things that you said in court documents aren't true and that the kids are totally fine, even though you filed documents in Tennessee saying exactly otherwise. And she's like on social media pretending like everything's fine. She's writing a blog, like back to the homestead. Oh, look at my goat. Oh, look, my goat and my dog are playing. Oh, I bought a new dog. Hey, look, if you want to buy a new dog, get this kind. Has she lost, like, is there any brain cells left in this girl's brain that makes her think, like, how do you go from what she went through last year, losing her job, David doing that crap, the stuff with the courts because of David doing that stuff, and then you leave him, file court documents, making lots of claims against him, and then go back to him and pretend like it didn't happen, and then like you're gonna just go on and be like, I'm the best mom, I am just doing my app stuff, and oh, I'm so worried about Ensley, I'm gonna see if I can make friends online, and I'm gonna sell some stuff online, and oh, let's do my eyebrows. Like, I wonder at what point these girls actually realize that their shelf life with their product and their like actual value is worth anything. You know, like they always say that athletes are always like the last to know when they're like done, right? Like remember Brett Favre? I do, because he played his last 2 seasons with the Minnesota Vikings, and the one season he was phenomenal, and then the next season it was like totally bad. And when he got bad, he was really bad. Same thing with Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, he's kind of like hanging on there, And these are the kinds of people that haven't really figured out that, our glory days are over. And, there's people like Farrah and Janelle, whose glory days are over. People are not looking at them as influencers, but more as a cautionary tale of why you shouldn't make girls that have make people famous for literally birthing children. I mean, imagine if all of us could just get a reality show just for having a kid. I mean, that's literally all they did. So the shelf life has kind of gone up. People are not as interested in the show. And the Hatters, if you know the Hatters, these people are not forgiving people, and they will not forgive her for these transgressions. So I wonder very much, at what point does Janelle just wave the white flag and just try to get a real job? Like, I'm sure she'll say, I can't get a real job because I'm Jenelle Evans. I'm Jenelle Eason. I cannot get a real job. You probably might have to. Because what currently is, like, you're not going to be able to sell. You're not going to be, no company, if you continue to try to get endorsements, is going to work with you, because these Hatters aren't going to give up. They're not. Trust me. They have a lot of time on their hands, and they're very busy, and they're diligent. And they're not forgiving about what happened to Nugget. They're not forgiving about how she, just was like, I'm done with David, now I'm back. So if I were Janelle, I would just try to go into oblivion. When you just sort of need to take a break from the spotlight. How Britney Spears has been on a break for a few years, or, you haven't seen much from, I don't know, Kesha lately, or Hillary Duff. Sometimes you just need to take a break. You need to take a break. You need to let the public settle. You need to let them forget about you for a minute. And if you keep pushing and they can't forget about you, they're just going to continue to make your life impossible. Unless it's fake. But in this case, they have legitimate reasons to be upset. Legitimate reasons to say, this person is not a good role model. This person is not making good choices. This person should not be working for your company. And there'll be people who argue that freedom of speech is not, everyone has a voice and everyone has a choice, and that we shouldn't be she shouldn't be losing deals because of her, decisions or her beliefs. But in this specific situation, you're talking about arrests, custody issues, dogs, heaven, Rainbow Bridge. It's just not good. And until she gets rid of David, but it doesn't matter. If she gets rid of David, there'll be another David. Because every guy is the same. So if she gets rid of David, there'll be another guy, Jim. Same problems. The cycle is going to repeat itself until she actually does the work. But, part of me thinks, and this is just my opinion, that it got really hard for her on her own. She's never had to do it by herself. She's always had David to help with the kids. And as much as you don't like David, I really do think that David helped out a lot and took care of those kids and took care of that property, which allowed her not to have to do as much. And I think when she had to do it herself, it was too hard for her. And so she went back. So she doesn't have Barb to bail her out, so she's going to have David bail her out. But this relationship will implode like all of them. And the Hatters are going to continue to make it impossible for her to work. So this is where we're at. I would love to see what your thoughts are. Are you pro-Hatter or anti-Hatter? I'm depending on the day. Sometimes the Hatters mostly hate me, so I just try to stay on their good side. I say, good work, Hatters, this time. Way to go, Hatters. Keep up that great work. But Janelle, maybe you just need to take a break. You need to put yourself in timeout. You're not going to have any endorsement deals. And I feel like the other person we need to say needs to take a break is Ginger. Ginger, you and Jeremy are probably going to lose every single product endorsement deal you get, so you might just want to take a break. All right, you guys, I'll be back later with more. Tell me what your thoughts are. Bye.